Step right up, don't be shy, it's that time again. Upcoming indie games we are excited for, this week covering August 7th through the 13th of 2023. I don't know about y'all, but I've been sweating buckets lately. This summer hasn't been my favorite, but at least we can all beat the heat with some great indie releases. As always, be sure to like and subscribe to defeat the gaming echo chamber and bring a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming, but let's hop right into those releases. Streamed a while back right here at I Dream of Indie Games, Hammer of Virtue was over the top ridiculous, but I won't lie, it brought some laughs. Your goal in the game? Pretty simple. Wander around random areas and smash everything in sight. This is basically the blueprint for what an Incredible Hulk game should be, or maybe a new Rampage, something like that. The game was really early when we last played it, so it will be interesting to see how far it's come, releasing on the 7th. Also dropping on the 7th, we have VIDEOVERSE, a very interesting looking indie where players will revisit an old gaming system and online service. Did you miss out on the joys of classic forums full of complete nonsense, random and sometimes sketchy chat rooms on AOL? Internet drama? Well, blow the dust off those AIM accounts and get ready to relive the early days of the internet all over again. You know, I'm not sure I actually want to do that now that I think about it, but cool looking game. Well, you know something, brother? There's a new game dropping. If you smell what The Rock is cooking. Wait, I just combined Hulk Hogan and The Rock into one mighty beast somehow. But anyways, I was a huge fan of wrestling in the late 80s and early 90s, so as you can imagine, I've been pretty excited to check out Wrestlequest. Icons like Macho Man, Randy Savage, the Legion of Doom, La Parka, and Andre the Giant seem to be represented here, but the fascinating thing? This is a turn-based RPG. I think this could work somehow based on the trailers, so don't get hit with a steel chair. Step into the ring on the 8th. Reek, reek, I am Reek. That was for you Game of Thrones fans out there, but no, we're talking about I am Future, not I am Reek. A cozy apocalypse survival game. Wait, cozy apocalypse? How the heck do those two things go together? Regardless, this one will be entering early access, with your goal being to turn an abandoned skyscraper into your new shelter. This means lots of building and cooking using any resources you can find. There's farming, base building, defense mechanics, and a lot going on here, but I'm kinda here for it because of the unique setting and excellent looking art. Lots of cat games lately, and I'm not hating it. Cat's Request drops on the 8th. It takes place in a cyberpunk world full of, you guessed it, cats. This point-and-click adventure has unique art to say the least, and sure, it might not have the biggest of budgets based on the trailer, but it still looks like it could be a fun time. I'm always down for another point-and-click, especially when cats are involved. So then, we had a role-playing game with wrestlers on the list, but now it's time for a musical RPG, and one with a sense of humor. Deathbulge, Battle of the Bands, takes place during a Battle of the Bands tournament featuring 9 classes, a killer original soundtrack, and a whole lot of attitude. This is a game that could only exist in the indie scene, and we love to see it. Rock on, August 8th. On to my favorite looking release this week, it's Mondealy, an adventure RPG that just seems so damn charming. From the gorgeous pixel art to what looks to be an adorable heartfelt story, you'll explore 4 districts with multiple optional events to be discovered, along with a ton of collectibles. I can't wait to enter this unique fantasy world and discover its many characters on August 9th. Perhaps more in that AA category that publisher Focus Entertainment likes to shoot for, Atlas Fallen is an action RPG with a really neat looking setting, the desert. In fact, even your weapons are made out of sand, and some of your abilities too. Glide through these epic sandstorms, defeating everything in your path, unlocking tons of skills and abilities along the way. Can't wait to check it out for myself. Hopefully it doesn't leave me feeling like I got sand in my shoes. Entering early access on the 10th, next we have Sengoku Dynasty, an open-world RPG simulation game. Pretty cool that folks can enjoy this one in co-op, as this game has a massive open world with tons of different biomes to be explored. Crafting and building are a given, but the combat looks interesting with some pretty deadly weapons. Lots of folks have this one wishlisted, so perhaps you should do the same if it looks interesting to you at all. How do you folks feel about musicals? Something different here for sure with Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. You play as the musician Grace, who uses the power of song to negotiate her way through various situations and conversations. The soundtrack features some pretty big names, including composer Austin Wintory, with players needing to do multiple playthroughs to see all the different outcomes. I'm a huge music fan, and obviously I love video games, so this combination has me quite interested. You know, it takes guts to play indies and bring a voice to the voiceless ones in gaming, which is why it's fitting that our last game this week is Oregon Trail Complete Edition. Heading over to the Nintendo Switch, finally. Believe it or not, this zombie survival game dates back to 2013, and it's seen an insane amount of updates since. Now Switch fans will be able to take down zombies, upgrade vehicles, find supplies, the whole shebang. That's worth celebrating, and that's gonna do it for this week, folks. We hope you found a few indies on this list that you want to at least add to your wish list, or maybe even add them to your library. Remember that you can support independent content and keep the lights on here at I Dream of Indie Games over at patreon.com/idreamofindiegames, and be sure to check out our new retro channel, I Dream of Retro Games, which fans are loving. You can hit up links in the description box below. I'll see everyone on the channel next week for more amazing indie gaming content.